Kawaii Critic here, once again, playing some more Diablo 2. So, this is probably going to be a slower episode like the last two because, yeah, didn't really, get anywhere, unfortunately. And I'm in a bad place right now, so I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, this is going to be a slower episode simply because I'm going around killing stuff, not necessarily even doing quests. And yeah, my gear is not great and everything's going slow. And yeah, that's bad. So, oh geez, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. That's fine. Oh yeah. This is great. So on my other channel, since I'm talking about random stuff, man, I can't get anything over here. There we go. I've been reviewing smaller movies lately. Watched a brain movie with brain stuff going on. It was pretty interesting. But, you know, it also sort of falls flat in a lot of places. So, in the end, it's whatever. That's unfortunate. But, plans. Today is a new episode of the show, which I review on this channel, My Little Pony. Just to date this video, so whoops. It doesn't matter. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, it's not like I'm saying what the episode is, so it's fine. Oh yeah. Let's see, pick up some stuff, get some money out of it. That money. Top priority. Get that money. So this place gives pretty decent experience, and that is exactly what I need in order to progress. Is probably some level. Yeah, that'll work. I'll probably give myself some more life, since that seems to be one of the things that's making me really die fast, that I'm not paying attention to it. But at least I'm able to use this pretty decent weapon and take stuff out pretty quickly, so it all works out in the end. And we have these champions that do a lot of damage, of course. Hiya. Oh no. I don't know. I mean, in Diablo 2, you know, with it being an old game, recoloring stuff, you know, that's what people did. And one of the other games that I think does that, more recently, at least from what I can remember, was Final Fantasy 12. I think that was like the only Final Fantasy that I have ever actually played. I think it's been a while since. I mean, I've seen the bigger Final Fantasies been played out. One game I always wanted to play because I remember so much of it, but I don't remember if I actually played it, was Legend of the Dragoon. I don't know. I think that would be a great game to try to see if there'd be any mileage out of playing it. There's this like sort of balance between doing stuff and dialogue and story and stuff going on in that game, and it feels like one of those games that people try to get attention to it, but then it sort of just fades back into the ether, as it were. So my life went up. I am level 8. Things are looking good. Alright. I think I'm heading towards... Nope, I'm going backwards now. So don't want to go that way. Alrighty. So yeah. What else is going on? I have a lot of stuff in my box here. Play item management a bit later when I have even more stuff. There we go. Pick that up, get some money. I decided to create another character on here, at least for the single player, and made it so that if I die, that's it. It's game over. You can no longer play as that character. And the reason why I did that is because the last time I did that and beat the first difficulty, I got a title that was different. So I wanted to see if I can get past the next difficulty and see what title is beyond that title that I got last time. So that's going to be a challenge, and I want to see if I can pull that off, but whatever, I'll see what happens. These guys want to play the distance game, so I shall also engage in the distance game. Use my fireballs from way downtown, from the other side of the map. What other games would I love? There were like a few games like a while ago that I really wanted to do when I first started my original channel. Like, I'm a pretty big fan of Dynasty Warriors, so I had Empires at the time, and I wanted to do an Empires game. I really wanted to do that, but I didn't have the equipment, and I still don't, so even if I were to get the equipment now, I don't know if that would be a game that would be, I don't know, fun to watch or anything of that nature. I don't even know if this game's doing that quite yet. But that's the risk I am willing to take. So I probably would do it. That's the thing I feel that I start to see that a lot of Let's Players that I actually enjoy play do is they will play games that are old but relate to a new game that is coming out in some way, shape, or form. It's a really interesting strategy, if you ask me. I mean, everyone who does YouTube has to have some sort of strategy, except me. I'm like one of the only people I can think of who does not have a sound strategy when it comes to doing anything on this website. That includes doing reviews, like Suicide Squad just came out, just to even date this video even more specifically, but I have not seen that movie yet, and by the time I do my review, everyone would have moved on and no one will see my review of it because no one cares about a small YouTuber, and that's a fact. At least I like to think it's a fact. No one cares about small YouTubers, and it's impossible to find small YouTubers a lot of the time, and you know, there's certain people that say that shouting yourself out on other channels is a bad thing to do, and I disagree 100%. I think you have to do whatever it takes. If you are a worthy channel, if you think you are worthy to shout yourself out, do it. Because the way YouTube functions as of right now, you are never going to get anywhere on your own like that. Just not spreading your name out there any way, shape, or form. You're just not going to grow. That is almost a fact at this point. So I think that shouting yourself out on other channels is the only viable option, especially now these days with what's going on the YouTubes. There's just no way of getting out there that I could see working in your favor. So if you're a small YouTuber, don't be afraid to shout yourself out, especially if you have something going on. Shout other small YouTubers out. That's something I don't see a lot of YouTubers doing, and I personally feel like that is the biggest shame of YouTube. You know, we call ourselves the YouTube community, and I have not seen that since I have started my channel. or have been watching YouTube for a little bit uh, in the past few years. But I only started YouTube last year officially, like a YouTuber. And I have not seen anyone shout out a smaller YouTuber. It has just not happened. And I think that's a shame that we have this whole image of, we're the YouTube community, but yet when you just look at it, you don't see any shape or form of community. It's quite the opposite these days, where it's just like it's a dog eat dog world and everyone becomes a liar, or everyone becomes a hypocrite, or everyone does the drama, or everyone does this. And it just feels so empty and shallow. Whatever. But that's how they make it, they copy other people, or they do their own spin on drama or whatever. And that's just how YouTube works now. I mean, there's no system of law or order or anything, so it really takes on the dog sort of eats dog world, and there's like no figure to tell us how to do our thing. Uh, that's a pretty good weapon, so I'm gonna put that there. At least for now. I mean, it's a pretty bad weapon overall. I'm gonna put that up there. Lightning resist. I'll hold on to that. See if I can get something with a socket in it. Lightning resistance, pretty good. I don't have any lightning resistance yet, so it'll be really good for Act 2, since there are a lot of things in Act 2 that just happen to have lightning attack. So it'd be opting to get some lightning resistance. Resistance. Sorry about that. I love doing accents. And I love saying things like konnichiwa. So that's just me. That's just what I love to do. And I almost feel like a hypocrite myself to like shout out smaller YouTubers, because I haven't done that yet. And I only haven't done that yet because I can't even find smaller YouTubers than myself that are doing really great stuff. So it's really hard to even do what I'm saying. So there is that. I will say that. I did find this one other channel and I subscribed to it. It had a bit more subscribers than me, and I was gonna shout out it on my other channel, but I forgot what it was called, so I'll have to look into that. It's something I really am considering doing. It's probably just creating a segment just where I shout out other YouTubers that are relative or smaller, uh, you know, content creators to myself. And I feel like no one else is really doing that. No one else that I'm watching is really doing that, and that's a shame. Again, just not really able to find many people out there that are willing to do that or do that already. So last time I think I did try to come in here. As you can see, the map is a little bit filled out, and I left because, yeah, it's still pretty dangerous for me. Still too low to hang out here. I think advancing normally and skipping this quest would be the best of my interest right now. Probably just going to the next area. I'll probably at least try to get the next waypoint, and I'll probably call it there. I think this is the latest place I stopped, as you can once again see on the map, which is great. So yeah, what else is going on? From what I could see, I'm not really looking into it because I don't want to be spoiled on Suicide Squad yet, going back to that topic since I jump around randomly. I've seen both negative and positive, both on my YouTube, my subscription box of who I'm currently subscribed to. So I don't know what to think. I mean, I'll form my own opinion, I'm sure. I'm a smart enough person to do that. But there is that thing at the back of my mind where it's like, well, regardless of whether or not I like it or hate it, whatever it's gonna be, right? Is that we all, I think it's crystal clear that DC reshot a lot of that to combat the whole thing for Batman versus Superman, which in my book, regardless of how this comes out, I think is still wrong, in my opinion. I think it's wrong to have critics have so much of an impact that you feel like you have to change what you're doing to satisfy them. Um, I don't know. I mean, I just don't think that's the right way to handle this. There are a lot of enemies here, so I'm gonna run through. This area usually has a lot of people or enemies running about. I'm almost at the waypoint. This waypoint's usually always fixed to this location on the right side, usually. I could be wrong, but it's usually up here. So, with that being said, I'm going to make my way back. I think I'll fight off the characters that are in front of it first, and then I'll call it. See how much damage I'm doing. Nah. Nope. I'm not gonna handle that quite yet. So, with that being said, this has been Kawaii Critic, and if you like what you see, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!